Hey all, it's Jess from Sunflower Dairy. Today I am in the kitchen. So it's that time of year where the garden is just producing and producing like crazy. So it's a time of year where we're constantly eating stuff from the garden fresh. And then also there's just so much stuff from the garden just all the time, harvesting. There's always produce in the kitchen. So today what I'm doing is I'm dehydrating tomatoes. So why I'm dehydrating tomatoes is this is a really good way to keep your tomatoes good so that you can use them later. So what I'm doing is I'm using cherry tomatoes. Quite a few different varieties in here. I have little blueberry tomatoes. They have the dark shoulders, red undertones. And then I also have these little yellow pear tomatoes. So I'm going to be slicing those up and dehydrating them. So after they're dehydrated, I'm going to be putting them in jars and just keeping them nice and sealed and put away until I need to use them. And I'm going to be using them in soups and stews, and I'm going to put them on pizzas and in pasta dishes and anything like that. So I have my dehydrator here, and I'm going to be filling up the trays, and then I'm going to be setting it for the temperature and then the hours that it's going to be dehydrating for. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on these. So what I'm going to be doing is just slicing these in half and then laying them out on the tray here. And then I'll be able to just lay them out and put them in the dehydrator. And then it takes quite a few hours for dehydrating, but it's nice because you can just slice up that produce and then just walk away. And then a few hours later, then it's all ready for you to be able to put it away and then use it later when you need it. And then you still have those beautiful summer flavors from the garden for later, which is really nice in the winter months when you're really missing your garden and you just want some of those summer flavors. And it's also nice to, when you're having like a snowstorm or something, you don't have to go out of the house because you have stuff right there for you to use. So I'm just slicing these tomatoes in half. There's certain things that you do have to slice pretty thin for dehydrating, but with these little cherry tomatoes, it's pretty easy to just slice them in half and they dehydrate pretty well like that. And I love having all the different colors of cherry tomatoes because it makes it fun to just have a beautiful jar of all these different colors of dehydrated tomatoes to use. Alright, so I have quite a few chopped up right there. So I have a whole bunch of trays in here. I put one up here so that I can just lay them out and then I will stick them in the dehydrator. So I'm just flipping them upside down on my tray here, and I'm just filling this tray all the way up, and I'm not having the tomatoes touch because I want them to have good airflow so that they dehydrate a bit quicker. So I'm spacing them out, but I'm also filling up the tray. But I have quite a few. This is going to fill up quite a bit of this tray. I might have to cut up just a few more, but I think we're going to be pretty close to filling this up with what we have right here. And you can dehydrate all kinds of stuff from the garden. A lot of people, they'll dehydrate tomatoes like I'm doing, or you can dehydrate, well, anything really. You can do fruits, you can do all kinds of veggies, all kinds of things. But see, we have that tray filled there. And I want to show you, I actually have a tray that I did earlier. So these are the dehydrated ones, and then those are the fresh ones. So that's kind of the difference of what they look like after you have dried them for so long. They see how much bulk they lose. All right, so putting those in there. Okay. Put our lid on. All right, so I'm going to be setting this for 8 hours. And then I'm going to be putting it on 160 degrees. All right, and it's pretty quiet, so I don't think you heard it turn on, but this is on. So this is dehydrating. And here's a closer up of these. But really beautiful. And I've tried these, and pretty interesting. Kind of tastes like, almost, it's like having dried fruit, except for a very mild taste of tomato. But when you put it actually in a dish and have it rehydrate, then it gets that tomato flavor back. So really cool. And I actually have a jar of them over here. So just look at the beautiful colors of all those different colors of dehydrated tomatoes. But so they look really beautiful, and then you can just put a lid on here and then just put them away for later, and then you'll be able to use these later. So I'm gonna go finish up the rest of these, but thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.